From $500 to over $2 million, how I became a stock market millionaire, my true story. Hi, I'm Marcus Greene, and I want to tell you how I went from being broke with only $500 to invest, to building a portfolio worth over $2 million, all through long-term investing in the stock market. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not a tech genius. I'm not a Wall Street insider. I'm just a regular man from Cleveland, Ohio, who made a decision to learn, stay consistent, and change his future. My humble beginning. I was born in 1984 in one of the rougher neighborhoods on the east side of Cleveland. We were poor, really poor. My dad worked nights as a janitor. My mom cleaned houses for wealthy families. We never went hungry, but we definitely had nights with empty plates and colder rooms when we couldn't pay the gas bill. I learned early that nothing comes easy. My parents worked hard, but money was always tight. We didn't take vacations. We didn't eat out. We just got by. But from a young age, I knew I wanted more. Not fancy cars or gold chains. I wanted freedom. The kind of freedom where you don't have to worry about the next bill, the next emergency, or the next paycheck. The spark that lit the fire. When I was about 12, I found a financial magazine at a free clinic. It talked about people becoming wealthy through stocks. I had no clue what stocks were, but the idea stayed in my mind. At 16, I started working at a local grocery store. I saved most of what I earned. I didn't spend on parties or clothes. I had a jar labeled Future Seal, and every time I dropped $1 in there, I felt like I was planting a seed. After high school, I skipped college because I couldn't afford it. Instead, I trained to become an electrician and started working full-time at 23. Life was better, but not what I dreamed of. I was still living paycheck to paycheck. I knew I needed to learn how money worked, not just how to earn it. Finding the book that changed everything. In 2009, I walked into a dusty used bookstore on my day off. I found a tattered copy of The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham for a few dollars. That book changed my life. I read it cover to cover. It taught me that investing isn't about luck. It's about discipline, patience, and understanding value. From that day on, I became a student of investing. I watched every interview I could find of Warren Buffett, read his letters to shareholders, and followed people like Charlie Munger, who taught me how to think long-term. Starting small. My first $500 investment. I opened my first brokerage account in 2009 with just $500. It was all I had to spare. I bought shares in companies I understood: Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson. Brands I used every day. I wasn't chasing trends. I wasn't trying to double my money overnight. I was thinking about the next 10, 20, 30 years. I reinvested every dividend, stayed away from day trading, and kept reading and learning. The years of discipline. I added a little bit each month. Some months it was $100, other times only $25. But I never stopped. While my friends were spending on the latest phones and vacations, I was quietly building wealth. In 2020, when the pandemic hit and the market crashed, I stayed calm. I remembered Buffett's words, "Be greedy when others are fearful." So, while others were selling, I was buying. I picked up more shares of strong companies at bargain prices. That one decision in 2020 significantly accelerated my wealth growth. Where I am today. By age 37, I crossed $1 million. As of today, in 2025, my portfolio is worth over $2 million. I'm still living in Cleveland. I drive a used Toyota. I've bought a modest house outright, no mortgage. I don't flash my money. Because for me, wealth isn't about showing off. It's about peace of mind and options. I've helped my parents retire, paid off my sister's college education, and now I'm teaching others in my community how to take control of their financial future. What I've learned and my advice to you. If you're watching this and thinking, but I don't have money to invest, remember, I started with just $500. What mattered more than the amount was my mindset. Here's what I want you to take from my story. Start with whatever you can. Whether it's $50 or $500, just start. Learn first, invest second. Read books, watch educational videos, follow people who explain things clearly, invest in businesses you understand. If you can't explain how a company makes money, don't buy its stock. Be consistent. Don't try to time the market, just keep adding over time. Ignore the noise. Social media and hype will come and go. Real wealth is built quietly and slowly. And lastly, be patient. Wealth doesn't come overnight, but with time, discipline, and belief, it absolutely comes. Who inspired me? The two people who shaped my journey are my mother, who showed me strength, and Warren Buffett, who showed me strategy. They both taught me this simple truth. It's not about where you start, it's about how far you're willing to go. Thank you for listening. If my story inspired you, I encourage you. Don't just be motivated, be moved to action. Start learning, start investing, start changing your life.
So friends, this was the real-life journey of Marcus Greene, a man who went from having just $500 in his pocket to building a wealth of over $2 million through patience, smart investing, and an unshakable belief in himself. If this story inspired you even a little, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my inspiration channel, because here we bring you real stories that spark real change. Thanks for watching, and remember, your story can begin today.